Okay, we're still working on ground strokes. Get one cone, put it in the center of the room that you have the space to move in. This is your baseline and this is the center line. I want to work on moving over, hitting forehand cross court, sidestepping, then hitting backhand cross court, sidestepping, doing forehand backhand. I want to do 30, 15 of each, and then we're going to do 30 more doing down the lines. So again, we're working on building strength because when you first started this, I bet you week 1 or 2, I couldn't have done this with you. You would have gotten too tired. Your legs wouldn't know how to push off. You should be getting stronger and stronger. And again, I'm asking you to think ahead of what you're doing. You now know you're going to hit 30 balls, and all of them are going to be cross court, and you're going to do forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. I want to work on moving correctly. Big step to the ball with the racket back. Little steps when you get there. You step into the court, you bend your elbow, your hip comes forward, then you push off with your outside leg, side step, and as soon as you get there to the middle, you're turning your toes and pushing off and taking another big step, and then little steps when you get to the backhand swing, push off, and then side step. So you're really feeling you're pushing off with your calves, your toes, and you're constantly moving for 30 balls. I know my legs will be tired at the end of this drill, but I'm going to push through it, and I want you to also. Okay, so let's get going. 30. Ready? Remember, take your racket back when you're moving to the ball. First step to the stroke is always a big one. Ready? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do hitting the same thing, but now we're thinking about all of our balls going down the line. Really, really important to get ready right after you hit down the line, and really, really important for you to do that split step as soon as the opponent is starting to make contact, because the court is bigger for them now. If I hit down the line, they can really hit an angle, and I have a long way to go. So if I'm really trying to get over here to cover the angle quickly, they can hit it back down the line, and remember, that's called wrong footing me. Okay, so that's why it's so important for you to do that split step when they're about to start to hit, so you're ready for their shot. You want to read it as soon as you can, and you're going to then start moving to the ball. When you go back out on the tennis court, a great drill is for somebody to be tossing the ball all over the court. They used to do that to us, and we used to have to run really short balls, high balls, wide balls, all over the court, and you have to read them. So in this lesson, we're using our mind to visualize, which is an amazing skill to be building right now. We're focusing on taking our racket back, our big step, but when you get to the ball, you shouldn't have just run to the ball. A lot of new players think you just run to the ball. When you get to the place where you're going to be hitting, that's where you take your little steps. What you're doing is you're adjusting to the perfect position. Your feet are not ever stopping. So let's say you hit to my forehand and I know it's going to be there. I don't just get there and wait for the ball to come. I'm never standing like that on a tennis court, right? So if I know it's going to my forehand, I'm going to get there as quickly as possible, keep my feet moving, and then when it's time to swing, I'm going to step in and swing. I'm old school. I step in. A lot of the new players don't do it anymore. They step with their outside foot. They rotate their hip. They use their core and they follow through. Both are correct as long as your weight's going forward and you're rotating. I don't think that you should have one stroke for every player. We all have our own styles. And in order for you to reach your full potential, I want you to do what comes most naturally to you. So some of you may have a really closed racket face and hitting heavy top spin. Others might have a slightly closed face, hitting flatter, which is what I did. You're going to develop your own style, and you're going to decide that you like to be at the baseline more, or you like to go to the net more. Everyone needs to develop what works best for them. You can be a power player. I have 2 daughters. One, Rachel, who you met. She loved to run. She was light on her feet. She could just run all day long. She didn't hit the ball very hard. She was consistent, and she loved to run all over the court and get to every single ball. My other daughter, Samantha, hated to run, hit the ball as hard as a pro when she was 5 years old, and she just wanted to go for winters and hit as hard as she could all the time. So she was never running, you were always running, and they were two completely different players, and they both played correctly. So anyway, I gave you that break so that you could relax a little before the next one, and now we're going to do 30 more. I want you to think about down the line. We don't have any balls here that we're hitting, so you can really, really focus on using proper technique and really moving your feet as well as possible. So I want you to get to the ball as quickly as you can, take the little steps to adjust, bring that weight forward, and get ready for the next one, same thing. Feet are constantly moving, no standing around on the tennis court. Here we go, ready? 30.